For the third example, remember we're still doing these in order. Parentheses. Some of you are like, yay, we finally get to do something inside the parentheses. So I've got negative 4, parenthesis, 9 minus 17. Well, 9 minus 17 is going to become 9 plus negative 17. When you convert that, adding a negative, or adding the opposite, excuse me. 9 plus negative 17, that's negative 8. Divided by negative 8. All right, so we've done the parentheses. Exponents, don't see any exponents here. Again, sometimes you do steps and you're like, hey, the third step is multiply and divide. So I get negative 4 times negative 8. That would be positive 32. And 32 divided by negative 8, that would be negative 4. Now, some of you at this point might be saying, well, I can do this and I don't have to write down that much. That is true. This is a fairly safe way to do it. A lot of times when you try to shorten it up and do more than one step at a time, you end up making mistakes and doing operations out of order. What I always say is, don't be afraid to use a little paper. It's okay, we'll just kill a tree for math, it's not a big deal. Okay, it might be a big deal, but still, you can recycle the paper. All right, for the third one, parentheses, I got some parentheses here. 7 minus 13 becomes 7 plus negative 13. So I've got negative 5 times negative 6 divided by negative square root of 100. So the parentheses were first. Now about this point, some of you might be saying, hey, there's a square root there. It doesn't mention square roots in our order of operations. Exponents and square roots are opposites. An exponent, or I should say a square root, really is an exponent. It's in the same family, so we're going to do that next. So negative 5 times negative 6 divided by negative 10, because the square root of 100 is 10. And then last but not least, negative 5 times negative 6 is 30. 30 divided by negative 10. Sorry, I have to write a little small there. Hopefully you can see that on your own paper. 30 divided by negative 10 is negative 3. Now, I put the last one on here. It's really, it's like just adding and subtracting. Because there are some people that just believe that adding comes before subtracting. You do it left to right. So 20 minus 10 is 10, plus 10 is 20. Anybody that wants to argue with that, here's what we'll do. You can send me $20 in the mail. That's the $20. All right, and then I'll come back and a week later I'll send you $10 back. The third week you can send me $10 because I'll need that $10. And if you think adding comes first, we'll go on ahead and we'll do the 10 plus the 10 is 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. I'll owe you nothing. We'll all be good. All right? How's that sound good? No. Okay. I didn't think you'd buy it. All right. Now for the finale. Why do we do it in this order? You have to remember that the simplest operation is addition. With addition being the simplest operation, multiplication is a form of addition. So if I say something like 4 plus 3 times 5, well, think about it a minute. What does the 3 times 5 mean? The 3 times 5 means 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So if we take a moment and we write the 3 times 5 as an addition problem, I would end up having 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So, and then we could add that up. It would make no sense to do 4 plus 3 is 7, because this multiplication doesn't intend you to do 7 times 5. So you have to do your multiplication before you would do your addition. Now if we take that a step further, and I have something like 6 times 2 plus 2 to the third. Well, what does 2 to the third mean? 2 to the third means 2 times 2 times 2, and you know you do the multiplication before you do the addition. Well, you're going to have to do exponents before you do your multiplication. Lastly is parentheses. Parentheses is really just a way that we can make something happen first. Maybe we intend to do 3 plus 4 before we multiply times 7. So if you don't want to do the 4 times 7 and add 3, but you need to add those two, well, that's where the parentheses come in. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.